Hey all you market inventors, today I'm going to show you how to turn competition into one of your most valuable assets. So how do you make competition an asset for you? So most of you today are probably down here, there's some market leader and you're kind of competing with all the 2s, 3s, 4s, even 10th place companies. And depending on how mature the market is, it's even worse. And the interesting thing here is when you're not the market leader, and we all feel this if we're the competitor, you know, they have all the customers, they're driving the price, they're driving the language, meaning all the industry terms everyone's using are really the market leader's terms. And because you're really competing in their market, you're not competing in your own market. And they're driving probably standards, if there's technology standards, there's engineering standards, or just standards in general as far as language. And then they probably get all the talent because talent wants to work with the market leader. They see whoever the market inventor was, and at one time, this market leader, chances are, they were the market inventor for this market. And if you look at a few companies here like Xerox, Coke, HubSpot, Xerox is synonymous to copying. They own that market. If I was in that copying space, I would try to do anything I can to get out of it because it's Xerox's market. Coke, same thing. If you're Pepsi, if you're any of those, there's nothing you can do because they own the cola market. Now they own broader as a broad conglomerate now, but just in the cola market alone, if this is a cola market, Pepsi, you're never going to do anything. In fact, the language you use, the cola, even if you use cola as your term, you're using their language. Because Coca-Cola is the standard, because they own 50% of the market. And if you look at HubSpot, what they did, inbound marketing. You go out and search inbound marketing today, you'll find that there's dozens of competitors actually in that space advertising on the inbound marketing platform or language. And that's playing right to HubSpot's sweet spot. So when you think about this there's nothing you can do from an advertising perspective, and I've gotten into this in other episodes where actually, when you advertise, you're getting new customers interested in this market, and generally they're going to the market leader. So this is not helping you. So the question is, what do you do? What do you do here? First, you got to get out of playing in your competitor's market, because you just are. And again, remember, this market leader at one point was the market inventor for this market. So you have to ask yourself here, and we'll get into this a little bit later, is, what are the questions to get here? So first, you need to get out of this market. And let me show you what I mean here. You're playing in this market today, and competition isn't helping you. If you create your own separate new market, meaning, and it could be anything, a new product, it could be a new channel to market. Look what Netflix did to Blockbuster. I mean, the whole point here with Blockbuster was in Netflix didn't invent rentals, movie rentals. They invented a new channel to get access to movie rentals. So it doesn't have to be something crazy, but you need to stop playing in this space like today, like this minute, or at least you're trying to figure out how to get here. So you're trying to figure out how to get to this spot. This is where the market invention piece comes in. So you created this new market. HubSpot did this real clearly. HubSpot was competing in the marketing automation space. And they're like, I don't want to compete in the marketing automation space because there's all these other good established competitors. They were playing in Marketo's, Eloqua, all those guys here. They wanted to get out of that. So they created this inbound marketing space and created their own open area so they can own inbound marketing. So the interesting thing here is if you are here now, and you may be playing still in this space, okay? You still may be playing in this space. Now you're over here, created this new market. I don't care what you call it. Let's just call it inbound marketing market here for HubSpot's sake. And what happens now is a shift. No longer are you competing, and as you grow this and you start to bleed some of these customers, some of these clients coming over here to your market, what happens is this starts to expand, and then competition actually catches wind that this is a high growth market, which is generally where all the growth is in the industry, and they start coming in. Right? Maybe the market leader just comes in first and says, okay, well, I'm going to spend a lot of money to create awareness here. And then so-and-so comes in, and so-and-so comes in. They start feeding it in. The cool thing is, just remember, in this dynamic here, when I showed the today scenario, is when these guys advertise, they're actually bringing in more clients into here, and they're actually making that money, when they come in, are actually funneling to you, because everybody is realizing you're the market leader. And the cool thing is about this process, once we do this, is that this now market, if this is the mature market today, the more competitors that come in, they actually expand the market for you. And as beautiful as that, now you control the market, and then you start to control all the customers in the market. You can start to control the price. You can start to control the language, calling, say, inbound marketing. You start to control the standards, and you start to control the talent. And as this happens and this formation completes, is you dominate the market, and the previous market begins to contract and shrink and shrink and shrink. And this is when you want competition. Where you don't want competition is when you're still early in this stage, because at this point, when a market leader comes in, they still have leverage, they have advertising dollars, they have a client base. What you want to do is you want to create that clear disruption, get the industry to recognize you as the market leader, and then hope. And not just hope. Hope is a word about doing nothing. Act to get competition to come into your market, because guess what? Seems counterintuitive, I know, but in this scenario, competition is good. In this scenario, when you're not number one, competition is bad, because competition builds your market. And competition and market invention is how you turn competition into an asset. Hey, all you market inventors, thanks for watching. We're gonna keep on topics like this, really building it so you don't have to compete anymore. You can own your market, you can drive the industry forward, you can make the margins you want, and you can disrupt an entire industry. Thanks, everyone.